We should be live. Today we are out at one of the plazas that had a Kmart in the day. This was specifically the one that turned into Sutherlands and is now the Wyoming Services Wyoming department. You'll see the signage here in a minute. This angle we're at right now is roughly what you see in the thumbnail, and let's go ahead and take a look at the chat. So I saw Horrorzoid in here. How are you doing? Hey Dalmatian. Yeah, the thumbnail is nostalgic as hell, isn't it? Hey Parker. Hey Retail Forever. How are you guys doing? Hey VW. My view count is counting down, even though it's pretty clear I got more than one person in here. God, I love YouTube. Hopefully the quality's all right. I have no idea how I'll be out here. I mean, I guess I know a little bit because we did do a walking stream through here, but let's go up to the main road real quick. Hopefully the audio didn't get cut off at the start there. I know sometimes the YouTube will like to cut off a little bit of the start. Let's see. Hey there, Jeremy. How are you doing? So we'll take a look at the sign up here that does have info about what is here now. So right over there is the former Sutherlands Sign. It very well might have been the Kmart sign. I cannot confirm or deny that. If you do know, please let me know in the comments or like that for watching live. This is the new sign they added in, Wyoming Workforce Services. They moved over here from the former Montgomery Ward that we saw at the Pershing Plaza. This is Manual Drive where we're at, Manual and Yellowstone. It's out north on Cheyenne, north of Cheyenne. We did do a quick walk by here, but you know, with the walking streams, we do gotta kind of keep it going, gotta get to where we're going, so kind of can't slow down too much. But obviously today is a plaza stream, so we can slow down and take things a little more in-depthly, if you will. Hey GRM, hey Mr. Cruise Fever. There you go, I got it right this time. Yeah, they changed to the front completely. They took out the original facade, which was right here where the main entry is. Right over there was where the garden shop area was. Unlike Casper, it kind of came out in front. Specifically, I'm talking about the Sutherlands in Casper that is still open today at the former second Kmart of Casper. This is also the second Kmart of Cheyenne right here. So the garden shop in Casper, it's backwards from this, but it looked almost identical otherwise. Especially when it's Sutherlands. The one difference Sutherlands had here was they actually kind of had a weird angled frame on the front. Like you can see it in the thumbnail, and you can see it if you go into the Google Street View over here. So it would have been nice if they could have kept the facade. They obviously did with the other location, but then again, it does look a lot nicer, honestly. At the very least, the road in front definitely didn't hurt the front to get remodeled like it did, right? New concrete, I mean, with the road and sidewalk and stuff. So yeah, this would be the main entry. And we'll go ahead and see about going over this way. They've added in these wheelchair spots, it looks like. I think there always used to be, but obviously they added some islands in here. Yep, there was an entry right there though for Sutherlands, but it went into the garden shop area instead of just being a normal exit entry thing, if I remember right. So Sutherlands is kind of the weird one here. Like a lot of the stores like Kmart, etc., that have closed over the years, they didn't do, I'll turn this around for my face, they didn't really have like news filming it or anything. And of course there's not really a lot of retail people like me documenting retail and sharing it and promoting it, etc. So there's not really much video of a lot of places, but Sutherlands is actually one place here that did get a little bit of video between the auction video that was out there, and there's also a video that a news place, one of the news places here, had ended up doing. Turn this around again. So I can't remember on the side. I never really came on this side or even the road up here that we'll see here shortly. I never really went on these roads when I was a kid, so I do not remember how much they changed here. I mean, obviously they did change quite a bit with the facade and stuff, but I don't remember if you could drive back here and stuff like that on this side. I think you had to go in from the other side if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. I wish there was more info to confirm that, but looks like they did add a patio out over here. So they do have a space there that we can slip through. Looks like it's for the fire hydrant, but of course a lot of people cut through there, so we'll be able to take advantage of that. Let's see, let me scroll up a little bit. Missed a few chats. Yeah, the view count is always off. It always varies. You never know. You never know until the end what actually happened. Where is that at, though? So this is I'm calling it Kmart Plaza because I don't know what else to call it. It doesn't really have a name. I mean, I guess you could call it now the Wyoming Workforces Department, but there's not really a specific name. I'm going to go up here so that way we can get a view of it. See that? There's a big hill here off of Sunset Drive. This is kind of on the back side that we can get a nice view of the building. So you'll see on the back side, they didn't change too much. It's actually very similar to what it was when it was Kmart. There you go. So that's the side where we just came from. This here is Sunset Drive. Got Fawn Pass right there. That's a little parking area. And you can see the back side of the building. They added this door here. I remember that being added. But pretty much everything else on this side is the same. I'll go back down this way so that way I don't fall. So this really doesn't have a name for a plaza. So this is out in northern Cheyenne, though, to continue the point. Northwestern-ish. It's kind of near Lions Park. We'll go around the front because there's people there, and I'm trying not to get them on camera because I don't know if they want to be on camera. Hey, Swayze. Swear nobody likes me anymore. What do you mean? I didn't say I don't like you. I just answered your question, so yeah, this is a partial request of Parker. He doesn't want to see the Dominos specifically that's across the street. It is technically separate from the plaza, but it's still pretty much right on the plaza, so we'll be able to see that. We'll go the other way because there were people at that end walking my way, and I'd rather not get them on camera. So as far as I know, the workforce place is occupying most of this space, if not all of it. And as far as I know, the old location that was in the Montgomery Ward, that, like I said, was in the last plaza stream we did for Pershing Plaza. What was I going to say? As far as I know, that space is still vacant. Got a bus stop here. I'm not going to point it that way since there's someone sitting over there. Yep, I'm getting the names better. I'm getting better at names. Let's see. I got to remember all the names of places now. Yellowstone's one area that doesn't seem to have a lot of info online. Not going to lie. Trying to avoid getting people on camera and they all just keep coming out. I love it. All right, here we go. Okay, so over here we got Smart Sports. I guess it's some sort of fitness center and also store. It's been here for a very long time. It was here when Sutherlands was still in this plaza. As far as I know, it wasn't at Kmart Foods. The way they designed it, it very well could have. I don't know. I'd like to think it was, but considering that Cheyenne is smaller and that the other two Kmarts did not have Kmart Foods, I don't anticipate this one was. Maybe someone else that's been here in Cheyenne forever and would be able to help clarify that for us in the comments or live chat if you happen to be watching. And this building over here, we'll go around to the right for a minute, just that way we can get an alternate perspective of the back. This building up ahead of us, though, is the IRS building amongst other services like that. So this is one of their facilities. They have the IRS in here, and there are a few other things. I think some of them are listed on Google Maps too. So you could probably figure out all the places via Google Maps and go into their websites and stuff. So I'm just going to come back over here for a couple of seconds. That way we can get a different perspective on the building from over here. Let's see, let me catch up on chat again. I mentioned you on Discord through our announcements. Okay, I'll take a look. I'll try to remember. I'll see the bubble and end up going from there. I probably check Discord too much these days, but whatever. I think I'm still not as bad as when I was a gamer. When I was a gamer, I'd be constantly addicted to checking notifs, and Discord is just overwhelming and usually not helpful. So I've learned my lesson about checking it too much, I guess, but I do still check it a lot sometimes. So it looks like they added on a little bit to this side of the building. And I don't know, who knows? Maybe it's like the Scottsbluff Kmart that, from my understanding, was just a whole bunch of other stores. Who knows? Like I said, Yellowstone's an area that doesn't have a lot of info about it, so it's hard to find all the info anyway. It's probably out there, it's just not easily accessible online. So this is another angle of it. Got a container there. We'll go back over this way. So back over there behind the trees in that field is a bike path. It ends up meeting up with Yellowstone and continuing further out towards South High School. Or no, I'm sorry, not South High, Central High, I think it is, right? We'll go over the Dominos here in a few, Parker. All right. I'm kind of surprised I got here on time. I left a lot later than I intended. Didn't have much time today because I ended up having a crazy bathroom minute. Gotta love when you go and then your body wants to keep going. So there's a tennis court over here. Since I had a few minutes to spare before stream, I was like 20 minutes early, surprisingly. Like, I don't know how. Like, Google Maps predicted it'd be taking way longer, so whatever. But there's a little path there that I slipped along just to see what things looked like. And there's the bike path right out there that I was talking about. And there's a tennis court right over here as well. Go ahead and go around this side, I guess. Might as well. I haven't been to the Rancho Cucamonga Sears in a while now. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy how the stores are closing like they have been. Super crazy. I don't really check anything on Discord, and I have like 59 pings in one server. Good grief. Yeah, I don't check most of the servers. I'm in so many servers that if I checked every single one, I would be wasting time. I do what I can to keep up with the ones I'm interested in, and that's about it. So that's basically all the retail ones I'm in for the most part. I'll check those at once in a while, and some maybe a little more because I have channels in them that the creators of the server actually made for me to put my links in or whatever, you know. So maybe those ones I'll check a little more, but it's hard to keep up with everything, honestly. Oh man, I can see that they got the Dominos sign in on the building now. This should be interesting to check out. Yeah, we all got servers. I think I have my Discord linked on my About page on YouTube. I don't think it's in the description, unfortunately. Brilliant Gamers Vlogs. Discord is what it is right now. It's not really, it's retail, but not retail. It's retail because I'm there, but it's not retail because it was originally intended for our gaming stuff. So it's in a weird state. It's been more active now than it was maybe a year ago, but it's still pretty dead. Not gonna lie. I don't promote it much, so maybe it's partly my fault, but at the same rate, it's not a retail server. Everyone there kind of has different interests, so yeah. So yeah, again, this is the IRS building and amongst other things. And then over here, we got a brand new Taco John's that was relocated from across the street. I've gone to this location once really recently and maybe once or twice before, after it moved. And before it moved, I've definitely gone at least a good 3 to 5 times minimum, maybe more. There's other Taco John's I usually go to way more than this one, just because this one is so far out on the north end. But, you know, once in a while I do come out here. So if I remember, I think there was another building here. Yeah, there was. There's some other building here. I can't remember what it was. That definitely got demolished, because I remember they had buses parked here all the time. There are like 2 buses that'd always be parked here. You probably can see it in Google Street View. You should be able to if you go back in time on PC. So I actually come out here to this Taco John's for dinner one night, and when I got here, I noticed, wait, Domino's is actually moving into the former Taco John's across the street. That was unexpected, dude. So it does look like they did keep the signage. So it looks like they are working on it. So this was, what was this? Is that bagel place. I can't think of the name of it right now. It's not coming to mind. You have to check this Street View. The chat froze up on me. I'm surprised there are any still open. Oof. Hey, Sharks411. So yeah, I'll zoom in on this. So we got Dominos and Ziggi's. They've added their signage in. I think the Ziggi's sign right here, well, I can't point at it, is new, but the Dominos one is original to Taco John's completely. And from my understanding, I need to do more research to confirm this. So take this with a grain of salt. Don't believe this is fact. It may not be, but from my understanding, this is where the original Cheyenne Church's chicken was. This is where it was, right here. I thought it might be down there towards where there's another little dine-in thing. No, apparently from my understanding, it was right here. And obviously you can see that they're now hiring. Man, this is gonna be one weird combo. Yep, I remember coming here one specific time. We were on the walk. We came here to get a snack. I got, I think, potato lays and a sopapilla, one of those donut bite things that they have. And I was silly me put salt instead of sugar on my donut bites, so it made them taste funny. Oh man, good times, good times. We'll go a little bit farther over here so that way you can see another, I guess this is an exit for Taco John's. Oh man. All good, Swayze. VW says, a cup of coffee sounds good. Yeah, it kind of does right now, I'm not gonna lie. I almost, like the last few mornings, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep the night before for one reason or another. So I keep almost being tempted to run over to Dazbog or City Brew or Starbucks, one of those 3 and grabbing a coffee, but then it gets to be like noon or 1. It's like, well, you know what? I don't need it. It's nothing personal. It's just that it's like, well, you know what? It's kind of too late now. I don't want to stay up all night. So looks like this is an exit for Taco John's, which I guess would make sense with the angle of this. Can't turn left. So if you need to turn left, you gotta go all the way around. Or back out the way you came. So you got the drive-thru right there. Here's the drive-thru sign. And whatever the donut place was, or bagel place, it's not Mort's Bagels. I keep wanting to say Mort's, and that's not right. Mort's Bagels is downtown Cheyenne. What's the name of it? Crap. I can't remember the name of the bagel place, but that place was the only one in Cheyenne, as far as I know, the only one anywhere in my area. Now, if you want one, you gotta go like several states out east of here to go there. So obviously a franchised brand, which is a good thing. But too bad that they had to close that location. And then we'll head over here and walk around the Uni-YO building. So this is originally a Dairy Queen. It was actually Dairy Queen back in 2007, so you can go back in Street View and see what it looked like. I did actually find a photo that was pretty decent from this side of the building when Dairy Queen was here. It turned into a bread place, some sort of bread place. I forget the name of it. They made all sorts of different breads. I remember going there once for a school field trip, and we tried some of their bread. And as far as I remember, it was good. It's good. It's too bad they had to close. And then after that, I actually did look at filming it. I actually probably still got the video I did back in like 2019 or so, when it was abandoned. Even though I don't got any B-roll clips, so it's like one that I can't really upload. You know, I don't remember if I put in my Christmas stream, I'll be honest. And unfortunately, UniYO did end up gutting the place. I remember looking in a window right here when it was the old place before abandoned. I actually saw the building plans sitting on a table. So at that point, I knew something was up, and then sure enough, it was, and eventually they started building this. As far as I know, the framework of the building is the same. They did a lot of remodeling, though, and updating on it. You can see that they got a drive-through. As far as I know, the bread place didn't have a drive-through, but the Dairy Queen did. And then we got this brand new building over here on the right that was brand new built. This is a chiropractic place. We'll see the name in a minute. I don't remember the name. It's on the front. So you got the front of the UniYO. If you go into the street view over here in the parking lot, you can kind of see what the drive-through for the old place looked like, even though for the most part it's gutted out. They did have an entry right here, but it's kind of weird. You kind of almost went up on the sidewalk. Like, it is a lot different than it is now. Again, you can see a Smart Sports place that we saw earlier in this stream. Let me catch up on the chat. Did I miss anything? Hey, Ackley, how are you doing? All right, so we'll go ahead and go around this corner and find out what the name of this place is. Doesn't stick in my head. I know it's a chiropractic place. I just don't remember the name of it. Living Well Family Chiropractic. That's what it's called. So this was a brand new building. I remember when this was never here. Looks like they got a sign over there also says Cheyenne Weightloss. Interesting. So maybe there's either two businesses separate, or maybe they are the same business. I don't know. But we'll come around over here, go up back on the main sidewalk and get a different view of this other building on the left that I haven't pointed the camera at, so sorry for if you're slightly confused. So this is again Yellowstone Rd where we're at. All right, so this is the Cool River Wine and Spirits place. From my understanding, this was originally a Long John Silver's. Yes, Long John Silver's. I've talked to a lot of people, and it seems to add up that this was exactly where it was at. As far as I know, they probably either completely gutted and expanded on, or maybe even completely rebuilt the building. I highly doubt much, if any, of the Long John Silver's still exists. You can see their liquor store sign there. Got a curb-to-curb bus right there. I did check, the buses aren't running yet. Let's go over the corner and get a view of the main entry. Here you go. Help wanted, I can see on the door. So there you go. If you need a job, go here and try and work maybe. I don't know. I have no idea how these guys are. I've never shopped here, so. Interesting little spot where a light post would have been at one point. So yeah, this road right here that we're on right now, it was always here back when Sutherlands was still here, and probably when Kmart was here too. It's crazy to think that this building used to be Kmart with how much they've changed it, and Sutherlands. I went to it a lot when I was a kid at Sutherlands. As far as I know, the Kmart was gone by the time I was born, so that would mean it was sometime in the 90s probably when the Kmart closed. From my understanding, this one didn't do so well, and it sounds like a similar case was with the Casper, Wyoming location that looked exactly the same, almost just backwards, like I said earlier in the stream. And let's see, let's go back up to the stop line. We can see some of the other stuff on the other side of the street. Maybe get a different angle of the Sutherlands sign that still is there, even though the Sutherlands is gone. So they ripped out the Sutherland signage, but the outline and the post is all still there. The way it's designed right there, you can see, I'll even zoom in on it a little bit. The way it's designed, I really do think that this was probably the Kmart sign, but again, I do not know. I cannot confirm that because I just wasn't here, and there's not really a lot of info or pictures online for it. It's pretty crazy. There's the Wyoming Photo Archive website. Like, it's the default for the state. You can go back and view some historic photographs. It's amazing to me that there really isn't any photos of a lot of the places that honestly probably did make a difference in so many lives. I'm sure the photos are out there. It's just that they're hard to find. And that's the way it is. We'll cross the street and maybe take a little bit closer look at the Dominos down there in the Taco John's building. We'll have to wait for the light to change again, I guess. Push the button one more time. There we go. All right, so while we wait for the light, I'll catch up on chat. Obviously not a real Pizza Hut account. But welcome anyway, whoever owns that account. Yep, that is an Arby's across the street. We got a Pizza Hut over here as well. We're gonna walk by them a little bit closer on that side of the street when the light changes again. I hate to see Kmart gone. Yeah, it sucks how Kmart's are gone so much. Hey, Liza, Olga Ramirez, how are you doing? Hey, Jack Livingston. How are you guys doing? Hopefully well. It's a pretty warm day. Today it's like 67 degrees. It was supposed to be rainy around this time, but last night when I checked the weather, it ended up changing to be sunny and nice today, and supposedly going to rain tomorrow around this time now. So I decided to take advantage and stream today. Go ahead and cross. Today was a preferred day. I really am trying not to go in the rain. Like, if there's one thing I can avoid, it's rain, just because the rain is going to be something that screws up my stuff, and I seriously do not want to have to rake out another $100 for a brand new gimbal when I could spend on a new camera or something like that. And same thing with my phone. I mean, I know my phone is water resistant, but I'm sure it's not waterproof. So there you go. So yeah, this is the Arby's across the street. This is just across the street from that plaza. We'll go around the corner this way. So this Arby's I've gone to a lot, probably more than the one out on Lincoln Way, or maybe about the same. I've gone to both quite a bit, but this one I've had better experiences with. Gone here actually pretty recently too, a couple of times. Corona lightening up, I'm being a little more generous with going to places, etc. Gone to a lot of places that I haven't gone to in a while, so I'm actually kind of nice for that. Personally, because it is so unhealthy, I'm not desperate to get back into fast food like all as much as I used to, but I'll still go to them sometimes. Got to support your businesses, big and small. It's got the pizza here that's a red roof. Delivery or carry out, looks like they haven't opened the dining room yet, but of course there's a red roof dining room place. I went to this location one time, it's fine, I have no complaints, but honestly I just don't like Pizza Hut pizza too much. Kind of has a taste to it that I get from a lot of other pizza places. There's a lot of pizza places I just don't care for their flavor. I don't know, maybe it's like a flavor you gotta just get adapted to, and then you'll like it forever, but it's just not me, it's just not me. Maybe it's changed since I went here probably maybe a decade ago. I went to another Pizza Hut here too. I went to the one on Lincoln Way once or twice. I went to the one out on the corner of Pershing and Lincoln Way one time as well. So we got Grease Monkey right here. There's another view of the Taco John's. You can see the building there that has IRS in it. This is also the Bureau of Land Management. I didn't see that sign earlier in the stream, so my apologies for that. Thank you for subscribing. Glad you're enjoying the content. Hey, Noah Edwards, the music kid. Welcome to the chat. Made no sense closing the one near me. I was busy and doing well. Yeah, see, that's kind of my Kmart. My Kmart didn't do great, but it did pretty decent still in later years. Like, there'd still be a good couple rows of cars all chilling, you know. So now hiring on the Pizza Hut. We'll go over here into the parking lot next door so we don't disturb them. And we'll take a look at this sign right here from that side, and also the side a little bit, maybe if no one's in the shot, right? Try not to get people on camera as much as possible. I mean, at the end of the day, I really do care for other people. But you know what? Sometimes it does happen. So there's a view of it. So I came here, like I said, I came here when I went to this Taco John's probably 3 weeks ago now, at least. I was surprised because I remember seeing like a place marker on Google Maps for this place being Domino's. I was like, no way. And it showed temporarily closed. I went to Domino's website. They didn't have it on their website yet. And then sure enough, I come here and I see that this place is getting taken over by Dominos and Ziggi's. I'm not going to complain about that. It's good to see it getting taken over. It's just pretty quick to get, oh yeah, Babs, that's what it is, Big Apple Bagels. I remember the name. It's just pretty crazy to see it getting taken over. So this was, like I said just a little while ago, I'll say it again just for those of you that weren't here. This was apparently originally the church's chicken here in Cheyenne. I have no idea if they tore down if that's certain. I'm not sure. I'll turn this around for a minute. I'm not certain if that's the case. That's just what I've heard. Taco John's is definitely the one that I remember being here, and that's obviously their design of building, right? With the curve and all the curves on it. It just screams Taco John's, of course. And then Big Apple Bagels took over. I always thought about trying their food, but just never had a chance to. And sure enough, they closed. I know in the walking stream we did out here on Yellowstone that we're on right now, we actually did do a more in-depth look at that place. And they were actually working on getting the inside gutted, which I didn't know that they were getting at the time. I thought it was abandoned, so didn't expect that. But oh well, at least we got a view inside, right, before they did a lot of demo and stuff on it, because I'm sure they gutted it. Got big old tires here. And right over here is that bike path that I mentioned just a little while ago in the stream when we were behind the former Sutherlands. It goes underneath and out this way towards the high school that's out that way. And I think it goes over the interstate as well, I-25. See, on this stream we did with the walking stream, we went all the way through here and a little bit down Carlson. So this will be kind of another one of those weird middle ones where I'll have to put it right before or right after that walk, and it'll be a little bit confusing. But it's the best I can do, you know. Come over here, there's a bench that I can probably sit down on and just chill for a few and chat with you guys. Hopefully the quality is pretty decent. Again, I have no idea how the quality is. I wish I had more control over the quality. I wish I could have this thing record to my phone and stream at the same time, so I had the good footage on my phone at least, but yeah, whatever. Gotta do what YouTube does, I guess. YouTube has its own story, so there you go. Got a subway over here as well. I showed that in the walking stream as well, I think, but this is the backside. And the bike path goes right along the backside of it. Then we'll come over here and chill. Well, if that seat is dirty, a little bit. All right, let's catch up on the chat here. Have you seen one of my stories where I talked about Sears Mexico? I think I saw it. Jed Crandall says better off without Sears and Kmart after the Exy. Hey, Darby Strosler, welcome to the chat. Are you going to the Kmart? So that was where we were at. We'll go back up here for a minute. So this is the bike path on Yellowstone, if I can get the camera to turn around. And back over that way is where the former Kmart was. We walked around already earlier in the stream. It's behind Taco John's, you can't see it. Since the other stores across the street are, they're right there, might as well take a look. And plus I allowed us to come over here to that bench. I was like, might as well just do them. So that's what we did. So yeah, you can see it right over this way. Right back there, you can see where the Kmart was. You can see the Wyoming workforce services signage on the building there. So for open Kmarts, the closest one, as Dalmatian said, the closest one to me is the Hamilton, Montana Kmart for open Kmarts. There's still a handful of closed Kmarts out there, but they definitely are getting really, really thin. All of the super Kmarts around me have been at least half taken over, if not entirely taken over. Sears, there's actually a good chunk of Sears still out there, especially in malls, but they're all, of course, in cities I haven't expanded to yet, so it'll be something that hopefully one day I do get to do a little bit more in depth on. Let's see. I think I might have missed a couple other comments. Man, hopefully everyone is having a fantastic day, though. No, it's been a little bit crazier lately for me anyway, but it's been good overall otherwise. Unfortunately, I don't have any video filmed yet for this weekend, so it'll probably end up being another stream. I understand that Kmart is popular in Australia. Yeah, exactly. There are still Kmarts in Australia, but they're a separate company. They're part of Target Australia. And that was a loud Camaro. Yeah, there's still plenty of Kmarts in Australia. I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. The person who runs them obviously cares more about the brand than Eddie does, so that's a good thing, right? We'll go back this way, because why not? I used to remember Sears reopen then close. I guess you mean for a pandemic? Yeah, they closed all of them. I remember the Sears Grand even was temporarily closed too, I believe, for a while, which was crazy, man. Let's see, what was I going to say? So for me, even Sears, man, I think the nearest one for me now is in Texas. It's like southwest Texas where the nearest one is for me. If that one's still there, I haven't checked in a while, so who knows, it might not be, I don't know. So, aside from the Sears appliance in Fort Collins, but I don't know if that really counts, that's not full line Sears. I mean, it is still part of the Sears company, it's just separate from the normal full line Sears, you know? Oh, that's better. That's better. Had my gimbal slightly closer to my face than is. Limited by my cord the way I was holding it. Gotta love that. Sears in El Paso, Texas does well because it's right near the Mexican border. Yeah, that's true, yeah. I'm sure it does do pretty well there. So that's the thing, the way they close the stores never makes sense anymore. It never does. It never ever does. I wish it still made more sense, like they're still trying to close the ones that weren't profitable and stuff, but I think at the end of the day they see the end is near and they don't care anymore, so they're just closing them as they can sell them. That's what it seems like to me, at least. Sears, can't see. If Sears is closed by you, then I'm building a Sears in Kmart on Mars. There you go. Imagine them being where Dollar General is, where they could literally open one on your rear. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's cool to see that they are able to expand so much. I mean, granted, it's a bigger brand, and maybe if they start doing like too many stores in a city, it might be a problem. But you know what? It's fair enough if they're going to open one or two stores in every city, right? Especially in bigger cities, they might need to, you know. So. Just as long as they're not overwhelming it like some companies do, but at the end of the day, for them, that actually might make more sense from a business perspective, because that means there's less chance of having a competition place come in and destroy your business, right? So that might actually be the way they go. Who knows? I haven't done a lot of research on that, actually. There's a Kmart. A Kmart is open in Florida. Yeah, there's still a couple out there open. I think there's one or two, isn't there? I haven't checked because I'm not local to Florida, so I can't keep up with all the other places. I wish I could, but it's hard to keep up with all of it at the end of the day. Yeah, I got Charles and Lampert. Charles and Eddie. Crazy dudes. They both had to push it further down into the hole until it went in the ground, almost. It's still got a little bit of time yet. It's hard to say if they'll make it next year. We'll see. I mean, currently the rate they've been closing the stores, it might make it to 2025, but because there's only like 20 or so Kmarts and I think 20 or so Sears left, it wouldn't be hard for them to close them overnight, It'd be pretty easy. Pretty easy to just decide to pull the plug and call it the end. So, too bad I didn't get here a little sooner. I could have pushed the button to cross. Let's see. I don't have a ledge to set this on. Really, oh, hold on a minute. We'll sit in the grass. Maybe. If the grass isn't wet, I don't think the grass is wet. There we go. That's better. Hey, Toads. Now I can relax my arm for a minute. Chuck Conway and Eddie Lambert. Yep, there you go. Judd's got it right. See, at the current spot where Kmart and Sears are, I do agree that it's probably time to just shutter them. Like at this point, it's just dragging it out, But at the same rate, it's like there was definitely a chance of bringing them back. I mean, they were, yeah, we got Arby's. This is the best place I saw. I saw the legend, like, well, I'll set my camera down there so that way I can be free hands for like 5 minutes. Hey, Steve Keys, by the way. Oh, man. Excuse me, coughing on water here. I wanted a different place to sit, and I kind of didn't feel like sitting on the bench. So kind of just chilling here in front of Arby's, because why not? Oh, God. I was thirsty. I was chugged through over half of that. But then again, you gotta keep in mind, I walked all the way out here and did this stream this whole time without drinking any water. So it's a hot day too. So go figure. Let's see. Let's rotate this around. So I'm not entirely sure what they're doing over here. I'll turn this around maybe. Clean it up just a little bit, zoom in. So right there, it looks like they might be removing the old realtor information sign that was over there. I mean, I guess it's about time at this point. That building is definitely not for lease. If anything, maybe a couple offices are, but that's what it looks like they're doing. I looked before the stream, and the hole that they had dug was not near the sign that you see in the background that's gutted. So I don't think they're removing that. Let's see, I'll turn this back around. Hey, I'm back in front of Arby's. Got Pizza Hut back there. What's my Discord server? I think I got it linked over on my About page. You'll have to go over on my YouTube About page to find it. Should be. Swayze is a viewer of mine anyway. I can say that much. Let's see. Oh man. It's definitely a warm day, I do gotta say. I almost went without my jacket, but it's like, there's a light breeze and it kind of makes it cold. In hindsight, I probably should have just left my jacket at home, honestly. It's pretty warm, and with all the walking I've done, I'm pretty warm and sweaty, so that's my life. Oh man. It's pretty crazy how these stores are, though, I do gotta say. It's crazy to think of all the places that were back out this way, and pretty much anywhere in town. Like, there's so many places that were here. I wish more photos were online. I wish more history was online of all the places. I mean, even in the modern day, there's still quite a lack of news reporting on the retail, I find. Like, back in 2016, the Taco Bell out on Lincoln Way was remodeled and actually was rebuilt. And there is never a single article that I know of online. I think there may have been something on the Wyoming News Now when they did their TV program. That's it. So it's unfortunate there's not a lot of info. So right now I'm pointing the camera towards where the front of the Kmart would have been. It's now the Wyoming Workforce Services area. Again, it's pretty crazy that they completely remodeled the facade. It's pretty crazy it's not the same anymore. It's crazy to think that was there. We'll go up the hill just slightly and take a peek over there. See what is there. I forget what's there. And I think we could get a different perspective of the building too, so we'll do that. Let me push the button before I forget. Made it. We're good. We're good. All right, let's cross. I forgot this hill was here, so we'll take a look from the hill. Got that. Okay, I think we're good. I think I got everything. Hopefully this truck doesn't run me down. I swear, the drivers today have been crazy. I almost got ran over twice at one intersection. And then I was crossing another intersection, got almost hit there. It's like, God dang, people. Like, I had the right of way. It's over in front of Petco. I had the right of way. The sign was still flashing for me to go. I was in the middle of the street, and the people turning left did not wait. I had to run to make sure I didn't get hit. That is so sad that I have to do that. It's amazing how bad the drivers are sometimes. There's other places the drivers are a lot worse, but they're still bad here sometimes. So there's a parking lot over here that we can probably take a glance from and get a different perspective of this building for you guys. I kind of forgot this existed. So this is one of those times when I really wish I was in retail. Granted, there are videos of Sutherlands. Like I said, there's the auction video. They had the time lapse where they did the auction. They were pulling everything out and taking it to wherever they needed to take it for the auction. And there's also another video right at the end when they're in the closing liquidation part of the brand, of the store here anyway. Not the brand, the stores are still doing fine elsewhere. So we'll come up here. Let's see. I don't know, maybe we could use this one actually. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like. There's trees over here, so I don't know how the view will look. Forgot that this hill existed, honestly, even though I saw it. I feel dumb. It's all right. Well, silly mistake. I know it is here now. Here you go. That's a pretty good view. You can see it's pretty packed. Sutherlands did fairly decent from what I can remember. I mean, probably a little less busy than Lowe's or Home Depot, but it still had people going to it regularly. At least as much, if not more, than Sears did. Sears here really struggled in its later years. There were almost any time of the day you could usually go in, and you probably would be the only person except for maybe a couple of other people in the employees. Yeah, this is a different perspective. So yeah, you can see the hill back there that we went up earlier in the stream. You can see a different perspective entirely of the building. And pretty crazy to think of it. It used to be a garden shop area here. It's all concrete pad. And now it's a parking lot. And you got a secondary entry. Or, well, I guess it was a secondary entry at Sutherlands too, but it's more for the garden shop, not for a main entry thing. Did I say hi, Darby? I think I said hi, Darby. Welcome back to Parker. My dream job was to work at Sears, although my store closed in 2017. Didn't get the chance though. That sucks. I'm riding the school bus in the 10th grade. There you go. Missed a couple chats, did I? All right, we'll scroll up. Sorry, I was focused on getting across the street. I go to Yellow Brick Cinema. Cheyenne looks so pretty. I would love to see it in person. Yeah, it's overall a pretty decent place for what it is. You know, it's a smaller city, so there is way less to do. Out here we don't have mountains, so you can't really, well, I guess we have a little bit of mountains, but you still have to go way out of town to see them. So there are some things that aren't here, but then of course it's kind of like that small town vibe, but with a lot of people, you know. I think we're about 65,000 in population right now here in Cheyenne. I'll scroll up a little more here in a minute, Dalmatian. I think we're about 65,000 here in Cheyenne. There's obviously the downtown area. You know, it's a pretty decent sized city for what it is. It's stillable. I'm not going to complain about living here, but you know what? When you're someone like me that does retail and stuff, you kind of do run out of stuff after a while. I mean, you have the local stuff, but again, unless you're able to really get big soon, you know, it doesn't work so well, you know. All right, let me scroll up a little bit. We need to put Corey, I think he meant Charles, right? Charles and Lampert in a Kmart prison. Yeah, Dalmatian keeps saying this. It's hilarious and stupid. I don't know if I can really blame her for the hate, honestly. So she goes, we need to put him in the Kmart prison yard and put the electricity on the fence. Oh, golly. I say this every time. You're crazy. But again, I don't think I can hate on that hate. You know, Eddie and Charles Conway, they both tore up a lot of stores and a lot of people's livelihoods. You know, there's so many people that lost their job because of them closing the stores. Eddie was kidnapped. I appreciate it, Darby, by the way. I saw the message earlier. I don't know if I responded to that, but now I did. So I later found out after I first learned about him that he was the one that closed my childhood Sears. Yeah. Pretty crazy. From my understanding, Sears Grand was started before Eddie had anything to do with Sears. I mean, obviously he was already intrigued in the brand, but with Sears Grands that were opening and actually surprisingly doing well, from my understanding, it just made his interest even stronger, and he was like, oh yeah, we're buying this bitch out. Sorry for the language there. I think it was necessary in this case, though. And then, of course, this leads to where they close all the stores and start cutting back, widen the aisles to where it's like 3 car lengths wide half the time. So again, like, I can't hate on Kmart itself because obviously it's not the store's fault. They got to do what the guys at the top want them to do. And at the store level, overall, I would say Kmart's pretty decent company, but it's definitely when you get into the corporate for them that just isn't as good of a company. You know, you have bad eggs out there, and Eddie was part of that bad egg, and obviously Charles was too. Eddie was the really one, though. I mean, he's the one that's been closing all the stores and actually had a chance of bringing it back. I mean, they were opening stores till like 2012, from my understanding, so they obviously were able to bring something back, otherwise they wouldn't have opened the stores, you know. Let's see, am I caught up on the chat? I think I am now. Someone hollered out at me. I don't know who, and I don't know if my mic picked it up, but hopefully it did. Alright, I think I'm caught up on the other chat, so I need to scroll down now. I missed Spirit Halloween. Yeah, Spirit Halloween will be back this year, I'm sure. They do well every year. All this time when I go to their stores, they'll usually always be packed. I mean, even during a school day, there'll still be a couple other customers inside, and that's considering that that's in the middle of school day when everyone's at school, you know, like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's still got people going there, you know. I'm sorry I missed a couple of chats. Maybe they're not appearing, I don't know. I wish I had more control over how YouTube did. Horizoid says, I like your videos. I appreciate it. D got plans to record 2 more videos, so I'll let you guys in on a little detail for 1.5K special. I'm not going to name which mall yet just because I don't know what will happen, but it will be a mall video that's coming for part 2. It's currently in the work with planning and researching and all of that stuff. There's a lot that's going into it. I'm trying not to let it get way over the top overwhelming like the original mall video I did back around 500 subs. Most of you probably don't know about that video. There weren't too many retail people back then that are subscribed to me. You know, I only came back as a retailer at 400. I was gaming before that, so only probably about 100 people know about it, and that's it. So it was a cringy video though. It's really not that good. Like, I can't stand to watch it myself, so. Oh man. Let me scroll up. Judd says, awesome videos lately. I appreciate it. Spirit Halloween needs different location. Yeah, they should switch things up sometimes. I agree. To some degree, I don't blame them. I mean, you might as well, if you already have a space, you might as well just use it. But again, at the same rate, I do see where it would be nice to see some variance over the years. I wish someone would buy Kmart one day and bring it back, says VW. Yeah, that would be nice if someone could. I don't know how doable that is. I don't know how long that would have to take. Who knows? I mean, I guess it's possible. We've seen it happen before. Maybe it'll come back as an online brand. We've seen CJ Banks, right? CJ Banks went that way. Radio Shack, except for the franchise locations, went that way. There's still some franchised ones out there that are open, right? Privately owned, I guess I should say. But, you know, so many brands have done that, and they've been successful in doing that. Please read my chats, though. I don't see your chat. I thought I read all of them. Look, I'm going to say this to everyone, too. I'm sorry if I do ever miss your guys' chats. I try to do the best I can to keep up with all of them, but at the end of the day, it's hard to do every single comment, and sometimes I just miss them. It's just the way it is. It's saying right that don't spam my chat. You know, if I don't say anything and it's been a while, maybe throw it back in once or twice more, right? Don't overwhelm it, you know. But also make sure I get to see it if you really want me to see it. I try to do the best I can, but sometimes there's comments I miss. Chuck was one of the reasons. Because he did horrible things in the early 2000s. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think. Let's see. I only went to a Kmart when I was 6. Only once. Oof. Let Kmart die quick and painlessly. Yeah, exactly. So that's why what I was saying earlier, is that at the same rate that would be cool if it could survive. At this point, it's done for. There's no doubt. It'd be nice if they would just take the least painful route and just be done with it. It's not going to go anywhere. I don't know why they continue to operate the stores. I mean, it's no hate on the individual stores. The stores are great. I don't think they deserve to close, but at the end of the day, they're going to close eventually. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it's got to be stressing the hell out of the employees, worrying if they're going to start closing them the next day. I mean, from sounds of it, a lot of times, we're the ones that know first. Like, we know before all the employees do that the store's going to close. So I knew like several days before the employees did that the Loveland Kmart was going to close, you know? At least before they were sharing about it online. I mean, it's sad that we have to be the first ones to know, and it is unfortunate it has to be that way. It's just the way things go. It gets put out on the internet somewhere, someone leaks a little bit, and eventually everyone knows what is happening before everyone else does. It's interesting how that happens sometimes, I gotta say. Does Wyoming have Dutch Bros coffee? Not as far as I know. I think those guys are only in Colorado. Oh man, need to switch arms. My right arm is killing me. Not sure about Guam, yeah. Who knows for Guam Kmart. Chuck and Eddie need to be locked up in the Willow Street Kmart prison yard. Oh, man. We'll rotate this around again. So we're back out at the bike path where we stopped off before, but on the other side, of course. Looks like the tunnel over here is open, which is nice to see. I wonder if the other one over on Ridge and Dell Range is open yet. It was completely filled with water last time I was there. Longboarding for the win. Gotta love the creek. They put a pipe there. Interesting. I wonder if it runs up here somewhere. I don't know where the pipe goes. It kind of goes right into that little wall down there. Like underneath the sidewalk, so it goes somewhere. I don't see a drain there, so I'm not sure. Got a bus stop right here. 2 buses stop here too. 8 after and 11 after. Do you go Walmart all the time? Once in a while I do. The chats are glitching on me on the phone. Yeah, they might be glitching it for me for all I know. I know sometimes on YouTube it'll show like 5 or 10 chats and they'll stop for a while, and then suddenly it'll just pop in a whole bunch more, and then it stops for a while, and then it'll do a whole bunch more. It's aggravating how YouTube chat sometimes works. But do you go Walmart all the time? Says Horrorzoid, and I don't go too often. I go fairly often, I guess. I do make stops there, but these days, as I've kind of grown a little bit more hate towards them, unfortunately, I've not gone as much. I gotta be honest. It's unfortunate it's gotten to this point, but at this point, I honestly have to say I prefer going somewhere else. Usually if I go, it's because someone else is, not because I want to. They've aggravated me one too many times. Because half the time, hey Adam, how are you doing? And Parker says, never been to Payless. I think I went to the Payless in the Frontier Mall. I don't know if I ever went to the one on Logan. I filmed it when I was abandoned, of course, but I don't think I went to it when it's open. But I've definitely gone to the one that was in the mall. Which, fortunately, there is a picture of that, at least, over on labelscar.com. Not sponsored. Let's see. There's something I was going to say and now I forgot. I can't honestly remember. We'll go over here and chill in front of Taco John's, because why not now? There's a little bit of a ledge, so we'll use it for my phone. Sorry for the wind. It may not be too bad for you guys since I got my mic, but sorry if it is a little bit rough. There we go. Doing fine today, besides my belly was hurting, but now it's fine. Going to see a doctor for Monday for problems with my bathroom. Yeah, hopefully you're all good. I imagine that would not be any fun to have to deal with all that. The FNBO on Main Street in Longmont was a restaurant. Interesting. But Kmart logo looks better than the Walmart logo. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, so this is what I was going to say. So I've been having some interesting experiences at Walmart over the last year. So some Walmarts, they seem to be perfectly fine with filming and others don't. I've experimented a little bit with that, I'll be honest. Because it's kind of a thought to document them, because at the end of the day, even if I don't absolutely love them, there's someone that does love them, right? There's someone that's relying on them for their paycheck, or maybe rely on them for their products. They have to go there, So at the end of the day, it does matter to me. It's not like I'm saying that Walmart doesn't deserve documenting, but I've had some interesting experiences that have caused me to not like Walmart as much. Some stores, like I said, some stores don't seem to care. Others do. And most of the stores, unless it's in really fine ass print that I cannot read, there's nothing saying I can't film, but then they get mad at you for filming. So it's only half the time though. It's not all the stores. Like there's one store here in town that doesn't seem to care. They've definitely seen me taking video and photos. But then other Walmarts, the other Walmart here in town included, they'll get mad at me for taking 1 or 2 photos of a McDonald's that has the retro look to it, you know? So I kind of have just given up on them. If maybe one day things happen, then fine, I won't complain. It'd be cool to be able to possibly do videos of them at the end of the day. But that's just kind of where we're at with that. Hey, Blake's Retail Exploration. UC Health on Main Street was Elevations Credit Union Bank. I've heard of that bank. Hardly notice the wind noise. Yeah, see, right now it's breezy. It's not a hefty wind, but it's breezy. But you know what? With my mic, it helps. You know, so this is a lapel mic, of course. I put this fuzzy thing on here because I lost my other windscreen that came with it, and it seems like this actually works better, so it's helpful. So yeah, I'm not going to reveal which mole I do for 1.5K yet. Obviously, that's going to be part 2 I kind of talked about earlier. But I'm not going to reveal which one yet because I don't know what's going to happen. It should be in good shape. I filmed in the mall that I'm planning out right now before, and I've had no problems. But because I don't want to risk having problems, yeah, I'm not going to say which one yet. Who knows? Because if I do end up having problems in the worst case, then I'm going to have to do a different mall, you know? So that'll definitely be coming soon. I'm hopefully, it probably won't be this weekend when I do the next video. I gotta go out and film it still. I wanted to go out and film it like yesterday, but everything else ended up kind of getting in the way, and that's where we're at. I know that's kind of an excuse, but that's where we're at. So I gotta get back out and film that place that I'm not gonna identify yet. I guess I kind of did identify in the last stream, so if you really want to know, you can watch that stream. Oh man, the sun is right in my eyes, so it's making things bright. And of course I can't read the chat with my sunglasses on. So I'll be in good shape, but since I don't have a video filmed, of course, I am gonna see about doing another stream real late this week, maybe the start of next week. We'll see how things go. It depends on the weather. We all know how the weather is crazy here in Cheyenne, and with it being still springtime, it's where it can literally snow in May. It did that just a week or 2 ago, so we'll wait and see what happens before I say for certain on the date. That's part of the reason why I don't usually schedule these more than 24 hours in advance, just because I never know how the weather's going to be. Do need to get started in season 2. We might even start doing season 2 in the next stream, maybe. We'll see where we're at. So no matter what, season 2, when we do season 2 of walking, well, I guess when you see this will be confusing if you're rewatching the replay, but when we start season 2 of the walking series, we will be doing retail as usual, but we'll be doing it a little bit different, sticking to main roads more and doing more of one road, you know. With this series, we had a pretty specific direction that we were going in. I had a whole thing laid out that eventually will be being made public and put in descriptions and all that, so you can follow along as we go. But now that that's kind of coming to the close completely, we did the final part of the actual walking part of this series 2 streams ago, and we're on the plazas right now, finishing up the plazas, and once plazas are through, we'll go ahead and get season 2 into full gear, if you know what I mean. Welcome back, Ola. It can't rain near me anymore. I like your streams and videos. Glad you're enjoying, Parker. Yeah, see, to some degree it aggravates me when it rains day in, day in, day in, day in after day again. Like it did that like twice or 3 times now very recently, where it would just rain for 3 to 6 days nonstop almost, and then it would warm up again. To some degree, we really need the rain because here it does tend to get really drought-like in the summer. But at the same rate, it would be nice if we didn't have to deal with as much rain at one time. It'd be nice if it was more spread out. It'd be nice if it was raining like maybe a little bit every day, but not constantly, you know. But fortunately, that's just not where we're at. So we're not like Florida. looks like an office or hospital. Yeah, so this building back here is where IRS and a whole bunch of other governmental stuff is. I can see a sign that says Bureau of Land Management back there on the main entry area. So, are you doing more Plaza streams in part 2? What do you mean? So this is secretly part 1.5 of the 1.5K special. There's ultimately two parts though. There's the last video I did that was in Douglas, Wyoming. It was the abandoned Shopco former Pomida. And there's going to be the mall video that makes up part 2. Technically, this is part 1.5 because it's at a former Kmart, right? I know the thumbnail is a little bit, it's not really clickbait. It's the same exact location, just at a different time. And if you go into the street view there is no updated street view from the angle I took it. So, you know what? You got to do what you got to do. Why are you at the new Taco John's? I'm just chilling out here in front of the Taco John's because why not? We got Taco John's right there. We were chilling over at the, oops, what are we doing? Come on, phone. We were chilling over at the Arby's that's back over this way. We were chilling at a bench that's over this way, kind of off to the side on the bike path. Yeah, it's almost summertime. Getting closer to having the monetization, so that'll be good for getting a little more money going for the trip. Granted, I'm not necessarily absolutely poor. It's not like I have billions and billions to spend. If I did, I probably wouldn't be living in Cheyenne. But anyway, just saying. I mean, I guess that you could. There's some people here that are have a decent salary, you know. I just realized you have your former gamer role on your server. Yeah, see, we have so much stuff on that server that's so out of date. There's only a little bit that was updated, and that's about it. Part 2 is of the 1.5K special, though. I want to finish up this topic. So part 2 of 1.5K special is just that mall video. So I guess you could say it's a Plaza stream in a sense. I'm going to be premiering it live, but it's still going to be a recorded video. It's going to have a lot of stuff in it that the original mall video I did not have. Like, there's so many little things that I really wanted to do in that original video, even, that I had to just get the video done, and it was a huge mistake to slam it out. I ended up making it private. I think it might be enlisted or private right now, so yeah, that's where we're at. Let's see, did I miss any other chats? I think I got all the chats answered. I'll rotate this around again, because why not? Maybe. There we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out front of the Taco John's, because why not? It'd be funny if someone was in there and they pulled up YouTube and for some reason saw my stream, and then they see that I'm sitting right here. That would be so hilarious. That would be hilarious. Oh God, that's a stupid lie. I don't know what brought that on, but that'd be so hilarious. So yeah, they have their former location right there, man. I remember going to one of those Taco John's. That's so crazy. Yeah, phone level and zoom out. There we go. Do videos every day since it's almost summer. Yeah, I'm gonna be filming a lot more with it getting into the warmer summer months. Lately, I actually planned on filming 2 new videos. I'll rotate this around again. I actually planned on filming 2 new videos, and I think it was my last trip to Colorado, actually. Was it one before? No, it was the last one. It was the Sears Grand last day, which we ended up doing a stream on that day since I couldn't do that. And then I was gonna go do the Texas Roadhouse that is also in Thornton, but guess, surprise, surprise, it ended up being demolished and I didn't have anything else planned out, so I was like, well, shoot, I'm screwed over, and it ended up raining anyway. We'll film that abandoned auto integrity in Loveland. Yeah, it could be a possibility. Throw it into the request form down in the description and I'll add it to my list. I have no idea where that's at. Seriously, please add it to the list, because I don't know where that's at. I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And maybe it'll be a possibility. Hopefully getting back out Loveland eventually here. It's been rainy and then the other things going on crazy right now, so it is what it is, right? We had the coronavirus vaccine and Mother's Day to deal with about a week ago now, right? Or Just maybe 2 weeks ago coming up on, isn't it? So had to do that. We're getting back into shape though. Maybe even this weekend I might go out. We'll see. It depends. It just depends on what happens. I never know what's going to happen anymore. It's crazy how things change. Crazy how things change. My gimbal's a little bit weird in that it's kind of reverse when you're in the selfie camera. You have to move the joystick the other way to turn the camera. Yeah, that's the old, got the old Taco John's and Big Apple Bagels. Big Apple Bagels. It came to mind when we were across the street that, you know what, it's Babs. It's Babs, short for Big Apple Bagels. That's what it is. Yeah, I always thought about going there, but just never had a chance before they closed. I can't believe how fast they got taken over. Again, they are already gutting the inside when we were out here for the last major walking stream. When we actually walked down Yellowstone and Manual Drive that's out this way and Carlson that's out here. It's crazy how just since that time they are already almost to point of opening. I'm actually kind of hyped. I want to try Ziggy's coffee and I wouldn't mind visiting this location. And hell, if by chance they're watching, I'd love to do a video of it. I think it'd be interesting. Film the abandoned alfalfas. Yeah, I got it written down. Do you need to make more trips to other places? There's so many places I haven't been to in a while. I need to get back out to Nebraska. I need, I guess it's back this way. I need to get back out to Nebraska. I need to get back out this way to Laramie. I need to get back out there to Boulder and, who else have I done? North Glen. There's a lot of videos that I need to film. I really want to catch up on some of the other cities before I go back to Longmont again, but we do need to get back to Longmont too, because of course it's going to be a new place that Spirit Halloween takes over this year since the Big Lots is gone, right? So need to film the places before they take over, right? Granted, they probably won't gut the facade. They do have a tendency to take down signage, so if there's any signage up, it'd be good to film it before they take that down. Anyway, let's see. So today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. It's supposed to be rainy. Might do a stream around Sunday or so. We'll see. Again, I don't have a video film for this weekend, so we got to do what we got to do. I'll hopefully get out later this week to film that video and see about uploading it over the next week. And then we'll go from there for the other part of the 1.5K special and more videos like that. Be streaming again next week, of course, too, as usual. We are so close, man. We are less than 200. We are like 170, I want to say 170 watch hours away from monetization, so that'll be a good another little step. And when I do enable monetization, I will say this, I don't want to spam you guys with ads. I'm going to try not to do mid-roll ads. I'll probably stick with at the end and maybe at the beginning for most stuff. Maybe if it's a stream like this, I might throw one in the middle or something, but at the end of the day, I don't want to spam you guys with ads. By the same way, I need to make sure I'm getting the things rolling for that trip, So this stuff ain't free at the end of the day. I wish it were, but nothing's free in this world at the end of the day. So we'll be streaming again for sure, though, soon. Hopefully on Sunday or Saturday or Sunday. I'll let you guys know on the community tab. I always do. It'll be good stuff. And I think I'm going to end it here. So I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Peace out.